The diagram below shows the triangle OPQ. Triangle OPQ. So what? State the coordinates of the point Q. I think most persons, most persons got the coordinate part because that's easy, right? Easy, easy, easy. So Q is here. So the X value is going to be 4. And of course, if he has 2 on his O, which is also 0, halfway through is 1. So that is definitely 4, 1. So that was pretty well for the most part. All right. Let me just give me a moment there because I don't know if anybody from the other group wanted to come in because this is a separate group. I forget. Yeah. All right. So, excuse me. Let me see. So you have here the line PQ. PQ is mapped to P prime, Q prime, which is an image line, of course, by an enlargement. So you may know there are 4 translations: enlargement, reflection, rotation. Which one I'm missing? Translation, like a slide. Right, so the center is usually real easy to do an enlargement like this particular one. So you said the scale factor is 3. So on the diagram, draw P prime, Q prime. So what I'll do, P prime, Q prime, I'll have to go back up. I'll have to go back up a bit. So since P is here and Q is here, P prime, Q prime, of course we want their coordinates. Well, we know that the coordinates of Q are 4, 1. We also know that the coordinates of P, well, X will be 2, Y is also 2. 2, 2. All right. So what do we do here? All we have to do, this is a scale factor of 3. So some people would write this in vector form, but you don't have to write it in vector form. Using the scale factor 3, all you really have to do is multiply the coordinates of each of the points by 3, increase it by 3 to get the sorry, why put in 3 inside the bracket? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have here 4 out. 1. So this is all that's in order to find Q prime, which is the enlarged point. So 3 multiplied by 4 is 12.
Yes, miss.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was reflection, translation, enlargement, and what was the next one?
Translation.
Translation, reflection, enlargement is just the 3?
4, I think I probably said it slightly wrong. They are 4 transformation. If I said 4 translation, I may come and say that 4 transformation. Enlargement, reflection, rotation, translation.
Okay, rotation, thank you.
Yes. Okay, so 3 4s, 3 multiplied by 4. Some people would even put it in brackets. 3 multiplied by 4. And then 3 multiplied by 1. However you want to put it, yes, which will give you 12. 3. Okay. So that is the answer for the previous one. That's Q prime. To get P prime, P prime is what, boy? Right. So we must rescale it to increase it by 3 as well. So I could say that 3 multiplied by 2. And then we have 3 multiplied by 2 again. It should be equal to, excuse me, 3 twos are 6. 3 twos are 6. Which would be the coordinates of P prime. Why I put P prime on top? Sorry. All right. So since we know the coordinates of the enlargement by a scale factor of 3, just have to locate them. So 6, 6, where x is 6. And y is 6. That will be here. That is P prime. And where the other one? Q, 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 Q. Where 12, we have 12. And that stops somewhere around here because up to a y is 3. Q prime. So now I can connect the lines, connect the dots, and that will be the enlargement. Now, they just made us enlarge one side. Sometimes they make us enlarge the whole thing. If they told us to do the enlargement for the whole shape, then you might have had something looking like as if we'll have had to find this. This will have been still 0, 0. Because anything more by 0, 0, it might have looked something like this. That's what the entire enlargement will look like. But they didn't want the whole thing just to enlarge the line or one side of the sheet. Does anybody have any questions about that? If you have no questions, next thing is going to be, all right, no problem. What's the next thing? Do I have to shift this whole thing, boy? Okay, let me see. On triangle OPQ, sorry, the triangle OPQ undergoes a reflection in the line y is equal to 0. At least some people understood what I meant, right? Because I said that a couple of times what y equal to 0 is. To produce the image P double prime, sorry, O double prime, P double prime, Q double prime. And on the diagram above, draw triangle O double prime, P double prime, Q double prime. Okay. Going back up, going back up, going back up. So we have here what we're looking for now. This is real easy because reflection, but the first thing you have to know is where the line y equals to 0 is. Let me ask you, what or where would you find y equal to 0 on this graph? Let me see what yours. Me, I just rocking back and waiting. What line is y equal to 0? Very good. Okay, so yes, the x-axis is the line y equal to 0. So you see why you all need to remember that stuff? Y equals 0. Schools. So if it's reflecting here, the point that's O O and O prime, double prime will be in the same position, right? Because it's not really going to move. If P is two big boxes, for those who not sure what big box I don't know. P is two big boxes away from y equal to 0, which is also known as the x-axis. P double prime will also be two big boxes away from the same mirror line, which is y equal to 0. So P double prime will be here. So this is probably the easiest reflection I've seen in a while. Okay, and then you have if Q is just this big box away from the mirror line, the Q double prime will be the same thing. So it will be here. So they are usually, when you're doing reflections, the shapes are usually like an equal distance away of the mirror line. So once we identify the points, connect the dots, and call this one George. Okay, do you have any questions? So that's the reflection they're looking for. I know I'm looking like Q11, that's not 11. It says we are like the little apostrophe looking thing. And it's not P11 either. It says we the little apostrophe looking thing. You know? Is there anybody writing? Let's see. I'll check it out. This stuff is no. And yeah, you said you're right. Which one is that? Okay, so cool. I'm not putting nobody on the spot. All right, so I'm going to clear the screen, right? Is there anybody writing anything here? Because I'm going to clear the screen. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. Okay, cool. You all really do not try to look for a paper because I wanted to give you all like